Escapism. It's a term thrown around a lot when talking about video games, especially ones with deep emotional stories to tell. You keep getting dragged back into the game because there's so much to discover, so much to explore. Then there are the games that are just simply addictive. Sometimes they do still have a story to tell, but most of the time you're playing them over and over again and sinking hours upon hours into them because you simply can't stop. I'm Rich from WhatCulture.com, and these are 6 addictive video games that turn your hours into minutes.
But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to stay notified. Ding, ding, done.
Number 6, Minecraft. Let's get the sort of obvious one out the way. Minecraft's sandbox design, coupled with the power of imagination, led to many, many hours sunk into this game. Taking on the near infinite world solo or online with friends, you'll never really be too far away from a copy of Minecraft, since you can get it on everything from your PC to your console, phones, and even the Raspberry Pi of all things. Whether you decide to craft your way through to the Ender Dragon and essentially beat the game, or muck about building a giant cock and balls everywhere, say goodbye to your free time, because hiding TNT underneath your mate's house for hundreds and hundreds of hours never ever gets old. Such fun. Number 5, Battle Royale games. PUBG, Fortnite, etc. Just one more round. Just one more round. You were so close to that chicken dinner last time. Surely if we go again, we'll get it this time. Probably not, but let's do it anyway. The Battle Royale genre of game has very much taken off, and it's now being shoehorned into everything imaginable. It's not really a surprise that so many publishers have jumped onto the bandwagon, as Battle Royale modes are very successful and very addictive. You can whinge about PUBG's optimization all you like, you can whinge about how the squeaky kids of Fortnite make it really irritating to play, and you can whinge as much as you like about the fact that there's absolutely bloody nobody playing H1Z1, but the one thing that you can't deny is that Battle Royale modes are completely enthralling. More and more of these modes will be rolling out as time goes on, but will this tried and tested formula continue to work even under a new franchise? Blackout and Black Ops 4, I'm looking at you. All we know so far though is that whichever one you'll be playing it a lot. Number 4, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have put this game onto this list under my own free will. Scott Tailford had absolutely nothing to do with it. Breath of the Wild was the series' first foray into an open-world format, and they simply knocked it out the park. The combat, the art style, the story, the selfie camera, the amount of food to cook. Seriously, I've spent a lot of time just figuring out recipes. The sheer amount of things to do and the vast world to explore while traversing Hyrule is what keeps bringing you back to it, and keeping you in your seat until the sun starts rising. Blimey, is that the time? The Switch is a really appealing and really quite cool piece of kit, and Breath of the Wild in itself is, I think, reason enough to go out and buy one. I have one, I've played Breath of the Wild, and I've still put more hours into Mario Kart. Still worth buying though, absolutely. Number 3, Factorio. You've crash-landed on a remote planet. You're surrounded by lush greenery, the ground is rich with various ores, crude oil and water. Luckily, you're a resourceful guy and you get to work mining resources and building machines to eventually build a rocket and get the hell out of there. However, you've managed to disturb the creepy crawly natives and you need to defend your production line. Building conveyor belts and trains to help move resources from place to place, building machines to fully automate the production of things to open up the possibility of more production of things, and making sure everything's walled off and turret mounted so that the attacking aliens get absolutely battered. Ridiculously addictive. Stupidly addictive. I have sunk so much time into this game. Do you know what? I'm just going to go play more now. Number 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The grandpappy of competitive shooters. Counter-Strike's tried and tested formula has served it well over 18 years, and the most recent iteration, Global Offensive, came out in 2012. Mastery of every weapon, every movement, every sightline, every map, well, once you've played the mandatory 3,000 hours of Dust 2, is key to being the king of CSGO. That mastery, coupled with the sheer thrill of facing new opponents and the thirst for perfecting your performance, is what brings players back to the title time and time again. With an online community of hundreds of thousands, the pool of people to shoot in the head will never run dry. Neither will the pool of people who are blatantly hacking. Come on, Valve, that wasn't skill, that was bullshit! Fix your broken bloody game. Number 1, World of Warcraft. Blizzard's monster hit is still going strong today, after 14 years of millions of people traversing Azeroth, leveling up and joining guilds and raiding dungeons. Hundreds of thousands of hours have been put into this game, and with expansions still releasing and classic servers allowing you to play the title like it's 2004 again, announced at the most recent BlizzCon, there's hundreds of thousands more still to be lost in this world of Warcraft. If you're actually quite keen to give it a shot, you can now play for free until you hit level 20. But there's not really another MMORPG that's arrived and knocked WoW off its throne. Are you still playing it at the moment? I was never personally really into it, but I did have a friend who played it so much, he ended up snapping his Wrath of the Lich King disc because he was absolutely sick to death of playing WoW instead of actually studying for his GCSEs. Ouch. I mean, these are just 6. There are loads of games out there that you can sink loads of time into. I want to hear what games made you look at your watch and go, oh shit, is that the time? Let me know in the comments section down below, and if you're new here, why not subscribe? We do a lot of stuff. If you enjoyed this video, why not check out 8 video game console design flaws that made us rage? And if you want something slightly different, take a look at our video where we discuss the already laid groundwork for the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox. Thanks for watching.